he's back. He's the man behind the mask. And he's out of control. He's back. The man behind the mask. And he crawled out of his hole.
Hey guys, what's up? Jake here, back in the video. Today, well, schools are starting back up, so yeah, the kids are very saddened about that, so it's time for me to review a school movie. Plus, because I'm back in black, baby, or black and gray flannel. But anyway, it's time to review Wimpy Kid, Rodrick Rules. Not the book, the movie that was made in 2011.
Based off the book of the same name, Wimpy Kid Rodrick Rules is a sequel to the first movie, and this is a combination of the second and third book, The Last Straw. And Greg and his bro in this movie don't exactly get along, and they did in the original, of course. But then eventually Rodrick gets a party, and this screws up their friendship they had. And now he can't go on a talent show, so Greg gotta help him get back in that talent show.
Let's go and see if this movie is a good movie. And let's see if it's better than the original, which maybe it might be. Let's go see.
So we go to the ice skating rink, where Greg is now in 7th grade, showing book versions of them, and then cutting to the actors.
Their way of going back to the source material. It's kind of lazy, but oh well, it's actually kind of cool.
He sees Riley doing this thing, whatever it is.
Friendship?
Turns out his summer kind of sucked, but he got rid of the cheese touch, so that's good at least. Nobody will be running away from him. And then after this, Fragley gives him some garbage pizza. They go to skate, and they really suck at it. They fall on their ass.
You think they suck at skating, then you should watch me skate. I'll fall on my ass more than they did. It'll look much, much worse, trust me. A guy in a hockey mask, when he falls on his face, that mask is gonna fucking break.
They see the hot Holly Hills, and then Chirag is kinda a stalker.
What? I googled her.
Oh, so you're a Facebook stalker. Yeah, you're still pretty fucked up, dude, but still, not as weird as Fraggly.
Greg thinks she's hot, and Rodrick tells him to go ask her to skate. And he goes to do it on his ass, but Rodrick screws it up.
God, how could this get any goddamn worse?
Greg Heffley, this is your mother. Everything is going to be okay.
I know.
How could this get worse? I really gotta shut my mouth. Let's see the goddamn intro.
So he ruins the girl's B-Day, and then the credits are in the book animations and some scenes from the book. And then the title comes up. Let's do this. Greg monologues. Again, you'll be seeing that a lot in the series. And he hates both his brothers. So then they have a family meeting, and their mom tells them to be good bros. And they show up mom bucks. And Rodrick gets 5 real bucks for doing pretty much nothing. So he goes to school making fun of the freshies, but this bitch won't make a move because she sucks and she's a bitch. And he has a bad rep because his brother was a bad kid.
Yeah, if you have a dick teacher, you're pretty much screwed the entire year, or however long you have that teacher. So have fun for that year.
Rodrick's asleep on the couch, and there's no way to wake him up, but then the TV wakes him up, and this crappy song thing happens.
God, this sucks more than Rodrick's band. That's saying a lot. You know, I don't think Rodrick's band is too horrible. They're standable.
He then finds a cookie in his Xbox. It's probably screwed up the system. The games would be all chocolatey. And I can't spell his name. Is going to India while they play soccer. So then Rodrick picks him up, and they gotta go in that dirty back of the van. And Rodrick dives pretty insane and pretty crappy.
Ew, I don't want to see Riley's ass. Please don't show me that again. That's not something I want to see. That's all I gotta say.
They're going on vacation, but Riley can't go, so they go upstairs to use that computer. And Manny gives him a thing that he could easily sit on, foreshadowing. Then they watch some fun videos and decide to do it themselves.
Morning feeling like P. Diddy. Grab my glasses, I'm out the door. I'm gonna hit this city. But trying to get a little bit tipsy.
Simpsons did it, even though both are owned by Fox. So they're stealing off themselves.
So the next time he puts underwear on his head and sits on a ball, his dad takes him home, kinda pissed. And he says he will be honest all the time now.
Lying, and I don't do that anymore. I'm sorry, Mrs. Gilman, but my mom isn't in the house right now.
Turns out he got chocolate in his white pants, so he wears something over it instead of not going to church.
Like I said, dude, just skip church. Not like it's Easter in this movie, alright? So just skip.
So Rodrick steps on that sweater, making it fall off, and so they can see the crap stain.
He's pooped his pants!
What a bitch! Even if you're a little girl, you don't point out if somebody crapped their pants. Seriously, this is kind of a bitch thing to do, even if you're like 6.
Chocolate, see?
Alright, dude, you just made it worse for yourself. What I would have done is just flipped him off and said, fuck you, I'm out of here. That would have been fun.
Tackles Rodrick getting yelled at, so now they can't go to those rapids and have fun, and they say no parties.
And what's the first thing Rodrick does?
Party at my place.
Of course he was gonna have a party. And seriously, if you would have took him with you, it probably would have been a more punishing thing. You would have had Greg stay there on his own.
So he gets the chairs from musical chairs for some reason, and Rodrick locks him in there, but so he doesn't screw up the party. So he gets an old spinny phone and calls Rally, and he gets to see that there's an awesome party going there. But Rodrick was kind of ready for him, and that screwed up his plan. So upstairs, his mom calls, and she screws up the party, making everybody go quiet. But then Greg goes in the other line, making him let him back upstairs for the party. So they watch Teenage Things, and Popcorn Dude gets knocked out, and Rally cock blocks. Girls kind of think the party sucks, and then Rally starts dancing with Heather Hills, and they join the Congo line, and they take some fun pictures and wake up with a goddamn hangover.
As a kid, I remember having hangovers and having to clean up so many times. It's not fun. Have fun trying to clean that up in a few hours. It's gonna be difficult as all fuck.
So they clean the place up and get all the drunk people out, and they finish cleaning up the place, except for the door which has the title on it. But they replace it with the basement door, and they barely make it, and they notice there's no lock. And they of course suspect the party, and they look pretty damn guilty. But it turns out they got along pretty damn well, so they're happy and ask no more questions. They go back to school and do the invisible shrug joke. So the next night, Riley's spending the night, and Riley sucks at lying. And Rodrick brings this loser guitarist over to dinner.
Alright, this dude is a loser. Skip to the next damn scene.
They are given appropriate movies, so they watch a B-horror movie instead called The Foot, with lots of junk food.
You know what? I bet this would be a really, really fun B movie to watch. I'm being completely serious. It looks pretty damn fun to watch. They should make a spin-off.
They scream because the 3-year-old scares them, and at least this time no one got hurt. She yells at Rodrick about there being no lock on the door, and Greg tells him about the party, but she lets it slide because, you know, they getting along. Gives him fake mom bucks so he can use it. And Rodrick gives him brotherly advice, and it actually works out pretty well, except for his 100 years ago assignment.
You should have read the 100 years ago assignment before you let Rodrick give it to me.
And the next day at lunch, Shrog has a corn dog to give Rally, as long as it's his name, but Greg eats it.
Hey everyone, look, there's a floating corn dog.
Nice job, but now it's time for you to embarrass yourself. Fun.
Cavemen ride on dinosaurs? Did flowers even grow? How were we to know what life was like 100 years ago?
Yeah, like I said earlier, you should have read the paper first. And that paper kind of sucked.
Everyone laughs and he gets an F. So then he makes a love note and she goes to pass it to Holly, but Fregley gets it by mistake and he sends it over to her. He denies it and he's made to sit in the front because, you know, Rodrick is his brother. And he gets a note from Holly and he sees someone there.
Shrog, you see me now.
Oh god, never mind what I said earlier. This guy is weirder than Fregley. Oh, speaking of Fregley.
Hi, Holly. Oh, hi, Fregley. She thinks I'm Fregley?
Ooh, that gotta really hurt. But it would also be hurt to be called Shrog.
It's gotta hurt.
Ooh, even the teacher's feeling bad for you? That gotta make it even worse.
So a night later, Rodrick takes him out for crappy hot dogs and fake vomit. It's fun for a while until they throw it on the coach's car. They run away in the garbage and they are able to get away from that superstar with losing their clothes, and they get home to find the party pictures on the camera.
Yeah, you're screwed. You should have deleted those pictures. Or made sure they were an SD card they couldn't find.
So then to make it worse, she says that Greg told her about the party, and that makes them all fight. They get grounded, and he can't go to the talent show, so they go to see their boring grandpa.
How could this get any worse? Oh goddamn, I'm not gonna stop making that joke.
So they play the game, they can't laugh, and Roderick gets milk all over him, because, you know, why not? And he sees Holly there, and she says sorry about calling him Fregley, and seem they're a lot alike.
One thing I actually do prefer the movies and the books, they gave Holly his more of her character, since in the second book and third book, she didn't even really have that many lines. I don't even think she really said anything, to be honest. I mean, there was almost nothing she said. In this movie, she actually has some character. And she's similar to Greg. At least she has a character in this. And she's also decently acted.
Roderick takes his journal, and he gives it, about to give it to Holly, but he's in his underwear out there, and he's able to get it from him. He goes in the bathroom to rip it up, but it's a grabby woman's bathroom.
Like, 12-year-old boy went in the girl's bathroom by mistake. It happens. I've done it before. Not in my underwear, but I've done it before by accident. It happens.
He's just lucky in seeing granny panties, and it turns out he has tape in his underwear, so then they go to the talent show, and they watch all the weirdos go up. But they won't let Roderick go, so Greg makes a deal. As long as they let him go up, he'll help Rally. So they go up there looking gay as all hell, and they're actually getting pretty damn good, because, you know, their reactions. And finding an almost dead bird, and him getting sawed in half, and, you know, screwing it up pretty bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, the remarkable Rowley!
I find humor in bird poop, and Roderick gets to go up to perform with his crappy band.
Pretty good. Now time for some rock and roll.
Their mom really likes it, even going in the spotlight and nobody really listens to the music, just watching her. And then for the final scene, they're getting along, and he gives him the tape for him not to get humiliated on YouTube.
Yep, so what does Greg do to repay his brother? He puts that video of his mom dancing on YouTube.
This is huge! We're an internet sensation!
Greg, you are so dead!
So that was Rodrick Rules, and I think it's just as good as the book and even the first movie, and I liked it.
I like this movie. Rodrick Rules is a pretty damn good movie, and I like how this movie gave the characters more depth, like Holly Hill, which in the book she really didn't have any personality on. I think she even had a line. And then Rodrick is freaking awesome, because that is my Rodrick. But either way, Rodrick Rules is a pretty good adaptation of the movie, and it's great on its own, even. So I give Rodrick Rules a 4 out of 5 for just being a pretty damn good movie.
So that was my review on Wimpy Kid, Rodrick Rules. The movie, not the book. But anyway, so next week, we'll be looking at something else. Because we can't be a menace to the South Central, can we?